Sup, you fools! Team ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, continuing our rehearsal marathon. Another long day, 13 countries rehearsing, just finishing up Russia. Yulia, I won't break. Now, there has been some concerns when she first rehearsed, some of the sound issues, some of the staging, the lighting. So let's talk about, has something changed? How do you feel about the performance overall? What's going on? I'm going to start with you, Efe.
Well, to me, it was, a big development of the Russia's vocals because, in the first, just right before the Moscow party, right before the first rehearsal, it was a Moscow party, and which was not that good for Russia. So this was a really good performance vocally and in the waves of performance because, they brought up a mountain, and he's standing right top of the mountain. And there are back vocals and there are two dancers. So the performance is totally good for me. After the first rehearsal, they improved the vocals, as I said. So yeah, like this.
Yeah, and I do think that this was Yulia's probably best vocal performance yet, especially when she had her solo part. It sounded good. I still feel like I need to crank up the chorus a little bit more because it seems a little muted. But I think there has been, I could be wrong, maybe it's just me, but I feel as some of the effects have changed as well that they're going to display on the mountain. It feels a little brighter, it feels a little bit more appropriate, and I'm a big fan of that. There's also this new effect that they're using that the first run through came out of her forehead. It looks kind of funny, where like these rocks, like a rock explosion or some kind of, it really added a little bit of, just a little bit of extra to the staging, and during the second one it was actually above the mountain, and it looked way better. So I think I'm looking at this, and Russia, as much as I want to say, I think they really bringing this package together a little bit. Also, one thing I wanted to point out is during the first rehearsal, they had a lot of shots that were not focused on Yulia. Yulia was not featured enough. It seems as they were more focusing on the dancers. Some of those cuts, maybe I'm wrong. Also, it feels as she is way more prominent now, and that's how it should be. So I think this has been a significant improvement from the first rehearsal to this one. So I'm applauding the Russian team. That was my observation at least. But what do you think, Fernando?
I totally agree with both of you. Finally, we're hearing the best vocals which we were expecting from Russia. I think it's always have been the backing vocals which was the problem, and I think now they lowered them a little bit. So her voice is picking up very well finally.
Yeah. So that seems to be like the consensus here, that it's a significant improvement. There's always room for improvement, right? We always criticize everyone. We love to do that. Is there anything in particular that you guys can think that should maybe be added, removed, or just your own thoughts?
Yeah, the only thing was, non-acceptable for me was the decoration of the mountain. We could barely, see the.
The effects on them, or what?
No. I'm just talking about the wheels.
The wheels at the bottom. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could see the wheels of the mountain, so it was not, good to see. So maybe they can, camouflage it.
Yeah, just a little bit of smoke. That probably would take care of that if they want to. But you're absolutely right. I saw that as well. We talked about that. Good point. What about you, Fernando?
I think that they will add smoke at the end of the day. Now the next one will be the dress rehearsal. And I'm sure that we won't see it. So apart from that, at least we hope that her vocals, all the vocals, will be good.
Okay.
Because that's what we want.
So overall, we say great improvement in the vocals. Maybe crank up the chorus a little bit more so it's not as muted, and make sure that we don't see the wheels. As you said, Russians, they're perfectionists. I'm sure they're going to do something about it. So overall, a positive response from us. But the question is, we always do that after every video, right? And it's just our gut feeling as of right now, just our objective opinion, what's going to happen. Is Russia going to qualify? We'll do have a final proper prediction as well, but just after this particular rehearsal, what do you think?
Yes.
So you think Russia is going to qualify? I am still thinking borderline. It's Russia. Russia always pulls it, pulls through, and I think it's looking better and better. I'm still going to say no. Just a hunch. I just don't see it happening. I know, it's crazy, but Efe, the pressure's on you.
Well, to me, Russia is going to qualify 100%.
Oh, I'm overruled here, it seems. So 2 yeses, 1 no. ESC United, as of right now, thinks that Russia is going to qualify. The question is, do you guys agree with these gentlemen to my left and right? Leave your thoughts below. Or if you agree with me, I want to know as well. Or if we're totally off, if we're being too positive, too negative, we'd like to hear, be nice about it. It's all just opinion. We'll be back soon. The next rehearsal is waiting, and we'll be back soon. So see you then.